don't even think direction. Just think making sure you get that snap there, you know? So like, all his, now look, you see the difference?
Yeah.
In the two dogs?
Yeah.
Because his punishment was like, oh shit, okay, I'll get punished for that. And hers is like, kind of like a pullback, reset, you know? So in a minute, she might get it wrong again, but then when she does, like leave it loose now. When she does, you got it perfect. When she does, you just say no and you start hell with the leash and then she'll go, okay. And you don't, like I didn't stop popping until he was like, oh, okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? For me, like my mom growing up, if I would like mess up in a grocery store or something, she would go like this and take my ear, you know? And so that pressure is gonna be, if I pull away, the pressure is there, right? When I'm like, okay, I'm submitting to the pressure, then now the pressure goes away, you know? So think of the punishment as like that, you know?
Suddenly a lot about you makes sense.
Good morning. I'm gonna get closer to you, James. She might do it again. But you see, now look at my dog's body language. He's like, okay, I want no smoke.
Yeah.
You know, and not smoke with her. He'll go at her in a heartbeat. Yeah. But he's like, okay, that guy over there, he's dishing out punishment for what I do, you know? So, and look, now he's comfortable enough to pee. But yeah, she I want her to go up again so that you can correct her. But she'll give you it. And look, you see, he's telling her like, look,
right.
I'm no, and I heard tell you see now she loosened up a little bit, you know. So there's conversation going on. Mm-hmm. He came in rude, like this is like if I just came up to you guys and didn't say hello, and was just like staring at you, you know. You probably would be either be like, "What's wrong with you?" or staring back at me, you know. And that's what they went through, and now you see she's much softer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just at some point she's gonna go up like that, and just know it's just the fury of corrections. That boy should be in a down. If he's gonna be here, he needs to be in a down on the grass or something. Or you should have brought like a pillow, a Tempur-Pedic. And there, no, you're not, no. 3 rules on that leash, right? Within the length, so pop it now. Exactly. Within the length of a leash, stay on the side I put you on and wait for me to tell you free dog. So like there, your pops started coming, but there is no direction based on it, and then that's gonna lead to him doing more for no reason. Once there was like direction on it, now you see how he's like completely unfazed by this dog being here. She's not even listening to me, DOG.
I am listening to you.
Hi, what's up? Good boy. Good, pet him. Yeah, and then tell him free dog and let him sniff.
Free dog.
There you go. What's up, bro? Yep, give her direction.
Hey, sit down. Good.
This dog got corrected one time over there, and he's not gonna make another mistake at all.
The dog?
This dog right here.
Oh, this dog?
Yeah. He went to lunge at her, and I corrected him. But look, now every dog I've walked up to, he's facing away from them now.
Wait, do I know this dog?
This is DOG. This is Regina's dog.
He looks different.
Yeah.
Why? Is he skinnier or something?
He's skinnier and calmer.
What are you feeding him? Different foods?
So when he came, he didn't want to eat for the first 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah. And well, he was. Yeah. He was that fucking stressed. He had to like fast and detox.
Wow.
But yeah, she normally also feeds him raw food as well. So he hasn't been getting that. He's just been getting a high quality kibble. Yeah. But yeah.
He looks better.
Just chill, bro. Just chill. Like just for him to be like this, like just this picture right here is like, I am completely not insecure at all. I'm confident in being around dogs and not feeling like I got to do too much for no reason. Yeah. Is what he's showing us right now. Look, and then now showing us a different picture, right? Yeah, Watch what he does to try to say hi. Hi, what's up? See what he was willing to do to say hi. Back up. Don't keep walking towards me. Thank you. So when I was explaining to Jared, it is like just in this picture, when I walked up to Jared, so he got punished over there, right? For lunging at Lucy. And then I came over here and he faced Maud like this. Like, I'm completely secure, confident. I don't care. Like, I don't have to overdo it to prove any message right now. I'm just, you know. And then when you walked up, I asked Jared, or I said, watch what he thinks he's gonna get rewarded for when you walk up. He was willing to walk out onto the leash and choke himself out and stand up and hang himself. And then you were gonna reward him for that. On accident, the accident part is you just keep walking forward. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you notice I was calm.
Yes. and I'm just adding to the, you get what I'm saying? So just know that you are the reward. So even just your presence to him right? And the behavior that he did right before he interacted with you is what he got rewarded for. You get what I'm saying? So look, go say hi. See? And so it's just being mindful of those things, okay? Hello, glad to see you back. So she's walking on, or he's walking. Remind me of the name. Sadie. She's staying. Sadie, you sound like a guard dog.
Yeah, I know, right now.
This is like at home stuff. It's just showing up now in this moment. Like, so the closer I get to you, she's gonna give you some picture, you know. But the moment I step away, that's when she's gonna try to lunge and bark, right? Okay. Now, what happens is at home you have no boundaries, rules, policies for her. So that
I usually tell her who is it, and then she'll run to the door.
But I'm saying even separately than that, like when you sit on the couch and she comes over and makes you pet her, that's her soliciting. So then in the scenario, because you do want her to be like, yo, you're walking up a little bit too fast, you know what I'm saying? But at a scale to where you can stop her, and also she shouldn't really be soliciting it. Like, hey, you need protection, I got you, without you telling her to do it. You get what I'm saying? But she's soliciting it because she solicits the most for rewards at home. You get me? Mm-hmm. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How was your week with her?
Pretty good.
How walks were better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, okay. Hi, what's up? He's gonna whine and do all that, but just make sure that you rotate from stationary to when he's calm, free dog, and give him that, you know? So, because the longer you stand here, the longer, and then he'll be like, good boy, free dog, and then give him that, okay? Good morning. Hi. I feel like I know you already. How are you? Good.
Thank you for working with Jordan.
Of course. Thank you, Jordan, for applying what she's learned.
That combo is gonna get you in trouble. He's a handful.
All right, let us get started. We're gonna start off with. Oh, thank you, Jason. We're gonna start off with his calm. Oh yeah, losing weight, and then your dog likes to roll in the dirt. He's like not even white anymore. That's why you didn't notice him. He's gray now.
He's dirty. He is skinny. I was like, what happened to my meatball?
He's detoxed. So Diogi has checked into the rehab center. Cool. All right. So today we're gonna start off. That's probably gonna fall at some point. If it does, I have my other tripod. It kind of works. So if it does. All right. So today we'll start off. Good job, Akemi. Is he whining now? Reward him for that. And then when you come back over, he'll give you a little less time whining. Reward again. You know. All right, so we're gonna start off with our name, our dog name, and the question will be, Sarah, what's the question? Go look. I think this one will work. Well, it's broken at the bottom. Okay, the question is, what is your dog's favorite toy? So your name, your dog's name, and what is your dog's favorite toy? I'll go first. I am Joanne. My dog's name is, and just let her, and so James, what you do is, so I'll show you. May I have her? So as you stand, right, you could have her come into us, and I can even say, hey, no, I want it to be like this right here. You get me with that leash, and then as I stand, now I stand regular, my leash is loose, but it's short enough to where if she creates any type of tension, she's just gonna feel it pop, you know? And so now, when I don't feel her every so often, I can go, and then I could, hold her accountable to still remain in it when I pet her, you know? But just so that when you're talking, you don't have to worry about her blasting behind you. You know, you can just have her in position and be able to feel what she's doing. All right, break. But that leash is like an analog stick. Like you could put her exactly, and the reason she shook off like that was to see if you were gonna hold her accountable again after that, okay? So that's what dogs do sometimes. Like Maud will do that, or exactly, or she'll scratch. You'll tell her sit and she'll scratch, and then she'll be out of the sit. Jordan, please don't put him on that table because Frank's nail got caught in the hole up there. All right, so I'm Jawan. My dog's name is Akila, and her favorite toy is a bite sleeve currently. A bite sleeve is like a tug toy that you put on your arm, and then dogs bite it as if they're biting a human. Go ahead, Jared.
She knows the word watermelon now.
Amazing. It sounds like Sadie. Jared, Maud, stuffed watermelon is her favorite toy.
James and Kristen.
Why are you putting tension on there?
It's loose.
Now, shorter though. Shorter. Go shorter, James. Yep. Because you see what she's looking at.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to be able to feel right when she goes to do it. And you'll feel it, and then you know to pop when you feel it. And every so often, tell her free dog and let her decompress and sniff around a little bit too.
Okay.
All right, what were we saying?
James, Kristen, this is Lucy. Favorite toy is probably your tug, the leather tug.
Awesome. Tell her free dog, let her go sniff.
Free dog.
James, Kristen, Lucy, her favorite toy is a tug, a leather tug, my favorite tug.
My name is Jordan. This is Juno. This is my mom and Juno's grandma, Christina. And his favorite toy is a stick at least 3 times his length.
Amazing. Jordan, Christina, Juno, his favorite toy is a stick 3 times his length. Regina, I know you're not trying to run away with my dog. Go ahead, Akemi.
My name is Akemi. This is Bungie. He doesn't really like to play with toys, but when someone comes to the house, he'll bring them a toy to greet them, and it's usually this like stuffed animal donkey.
Do you think that in that time he would play tug with the visitor?
Yeah, he would.
We might need to take advantage of that. Noted. Akemi, Bungie, and he doesn't really play, but hey Peggy. He doesn't really play, but he'll bring toys to visitors.
Okay, my name is Destiny. Her name is Sadie, and she loves tennis balls.
Destiny, Sadie, and she loves tennis balls. I remember that.
Regina, the OG, and he loves squeaky toys.
Regina, the OG, he loves squeaky toys. I've been getting this trying to get this dog to play for
He plays blind.
a week and a half. I'm running around chasing the tug, like he's just looking at me like, fool, pet me.
Give him his squeaky.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Peggy, and this is Allie, and gosh, he likes everything. He's got a squeaky dinosaur. He's got everything. He loves everything. Every
Got it.
toy.
Does he play tug?
Yeah, he plays tug.
Do you have a
now.
tug toy
Yep.
here today?
No.
Bring that next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then he'll channel that energy into playing tug sometimes, you know? All right, so today we're gonna start off with some leash walking, and then I want to quickly get to like letting dogs be social with each other, and then we'll build up from there. I want Regina, you'll be our example student right now, okay? This will mostly be so that you can demonstrate for everybody else, this will mostly be so that you can learn the drill, so that you practice it when he goes home, but then also so that you teach everybody else, all right? So I want you to use that trail right there that Akemi's on. That drill right there that she's doing is called the approach and retreat drill. That's the drill where you walk forward and then he starts leading you and you turn him, you pop the leash and go away, okay? So tell him let's go, and then you can just go to that trail. Akemi, we're gonna steal your trail. You'll go next, Destiny. So she told him, let's go. Now his job is just to follow her. Turn right there. Exactly. And I don't want you to like anticipate him getting it wrong and pop. I want you to just regularly turn. Remember, he's been hanging out with me for almost 2 weeks. So he's gonna turn with you. Exactly. Yep, and tell him, good boy. So all of that love that you give him in the house when he solicits it, give it to him now. Come back this way, yep. And then tell him wait and stop him. And good boy. And then tell him free dog and let him sniff around. He didn't eat it? He didn't eat it, Regina? Okay, just tell him free dog, let him sniff. Everyone, like 2 people commented on Diogi being skinny, right? You see that dog right there? You see her? Yeah. You see her physique? That's how a dog's supposed to be built. Remember when you dropped her off to me?
Yeah.
How does she look compared to that?
Like couch potato.
And they were coming back every week looking like she looks skinny, you know, and I'm like, no. I'm building her back into the dog she's supposed to be. So going back to him, he's about there. Like on a dog, especially a dog like that with a shorter coat, you want to be able to see at least lining of ribs that for them to be in optimal health. So turn right there, Regina. And there, when you turn and you felt him, that's where you add the snap, especially with him on that prong. So come back this way. You get what I'm saying? You, Regina, you basically want the feel. Tell him wait. Let me see. Grab that handle, please. So when you turn and then you feel that, you want that feeling to be an indication to him that the pop's coming next. Okay. So that the next time you turn, once he feels it, he gets out the way of that before you have to pop. Okay. Also, while you do this, right now you're like.
Because you told me to act normal.
When he's doing good, praise him. Let him know you. No.
So you can't hear
Good
me when I say
boy.
good boy.
No. Good boy. Good. Look.
Now
You
want
see.
me to
You
be
see
loud.
him. Good boy. Good job. Good boy.
Like, don't do that.
No, that I told you don't. So Regina would come see her dog, and then I would be in a group full of dogs, and then she'd get out the car and be like, "Oh, ah!" And then all the dogs would start going fucking crazy and about to get in a fight with each other, and I'm having to watch her dog, and I'm like, Regina, don't come over here like that anymore, you know. But with dogs, you always just want to remember that they do more of what you reward and praise, and they do less of what you punish. So when he is doing good, like he's doing now, that's where you give him all the love and praise and freedom. When he is being annoying, that's where you turn off. And it's situational based. Good job. So exactly. But and so like if you were in the middle of a dog park, I would tell you that type of love is too much. You guys get what I'm saying? All right. All right. Good job, Regina. You can tell him free dog and let him sniff and then come back. You ready?
We didn't get too better from last time. But
Okay, that's fine. I mean, if she's on a flat collar, right? And you could accomplish what you need to accomplish on that flat collar with her, but there are other tools that will get you where you need to go faster. A tool that, good question. A tool that I'm thinking of to start with her. I would do it on a flat collar just to get her used to that, and then I would gauge how she's walking on that, and then I would upgrade to what is called a slip leash. So stick your fist out. Imagine your fist is her head, and then you put that on her, and then it just tightens when you pull.
okay.
And so, like, if she were to try to pull out, she can't because it tightens. But then also, when you go to correct, it means more than sitting. Because you could position this, like, if her behind her ears is like right here where your wrist starts, right? That is where a collar is supposed to go.
Okay.
Well, the flat collar sits right here.
Got it.
So when you're popping from down here. And if you really wanted to still, like, you would just hang on that, you know? With it right here, I automatically have control over. You get what I'm saying? So I say start with that while you learn the technique. Say it again.
Do I adjust her collar, or it's?
That is because it's a flat collar. It's gonna loosen up and drag down. So start with that while you get the technique, and then to clean it, we can move this, and then you can go back to a flat collar once she knows it.
Okay.
So tell her, let's go.
Let's go.
Yep. Give her more leash. Even more. Right there. That's perfect. Now you guys see how she went. Okay, I'm gonna lead now. She don't even know where she's at. Like, she's never been in this environment. Turn right there, pop. When you turn there, or when you turn now. Yep. Do you feel how you feel her there? So I'm gonna show you what to do when you feel her. Christina, may I have your dog?
Yes.
Can you hold this dog? Thank you. Her name is Sadie. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just hold her.
Oh,
Yeah, because the reason I say don't do that.
Strong girl.
The reason I say don't do that is because she's nervous and anxious and trying to pull away from you right now. And when you go, oh, Sadie, you just rewarded her for that. Okay? Grab that. So when you're walking, and if I feel you, you're going to feel that.
Right.
Every time.
So I have to move my arm?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to walk with your natural cadence. Now keep walking that way. If I turn and I feel that,
Oh, yeah,
exactly. Yep. Keep walking that way.
I find it a little difficult with that thick collar.
Yeah, that's why I say we switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your leash is uncomfortable too. Trust me, I got the tools for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so pop, pop, pop. Anytime I feel you. Again, keep walking that way. I'm gonna feel and then pop, 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 pop. Okay? Sometimes what happens is people will turn and try to pop right here and the dog didn't even get it wrong yet.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Yes. So, but it's gonna come as you do it more. So tell her wait, Christina. Don't pet her. Just say wait, and then tell her go say hi and let her come over.
Go say hi.
So I thought she was gonna say hi to me. Cool. All right. Tell her let's go, and then take off. Good girl, free dog. Same with him. Good boy, free dog. Let him go sniff. Same. And him being calm. Oh, I don't know if you heard, but when that dog over there came, her name's Lucy. She was. You see how she's built? That's how dogs are supposed to look right there. So you see how you can see a little bit of rib on her, you know, and you see how you feel like he's skinny right now, right? But his ass still not eating though. You get what I'm saying?
You're not eating?
No, I'm saying he's not eating that treat that's right in front of him right there.
Oh, yeah, he's not.
Okay, so keep that in mind when your human emotions go to, oh, he's skinny. Keep that in mind of no, he when he's offered food, if he were skinny, when he's offered food, he's gonna eat it. You get what I'm saying? It's really mental right now. So he's still in a way going through detox. He eats now, but mostly because of the work that comes with it. So that's a great point, right? So he didn't want to eat for like 4 days, right? And I'm like, I was trying treats, I was trying different things, and he didn't want to eat it, right? Then one day I bust out some beef liver. I'm like, are you ready to work? And then I started, yes, good, yes, good. And I started moving like that, doing a feeding drill. Now he loves to eat when he hears, you ready to work? You get what I'm saying? So when you bring him home, if you go back to lazy feeding, then he will go back to old DOG. I want you to continue to do your feeding drills with him. Give him some love, good boy. Yep, and then tell him free dog and let him go sniff around. The reason why I say tell him free dog and let him go sniff is to decompress. So Jordan, tell him good boy, and then tell him free dog and let him go be Juno. I wasn't paying attention to her at all. She been doing good. Turn back, come this way, Destiny. That's where you pop. Now turn again, just feel. Good girl, pop there, yep. Now come back. Did you see the difference in her when she praised her? Turn again. All right, come back, Destiny. You could tell her free dog and then come chill. I'm sorry I wasn't watching that whole time, but right now it looks perfect. And I want you to pay attention to what I tell others this next round. I just didn't want to have to keep having you walk. I want you to chill. All right, you ready, Christian? Yep. So tell her let's go and you take the trail. Jordan, you'll be next. Give her a little bit more leash. And I want you to turn and just pop it when you turn, right now. Pop, 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 keep it going. Tell her good girl. Good girl. There you go. Now she's like, okay, turn right there. Good girl. Look at that tail. She probably got an extra long tail. Turn, come this way. Exactly. She just needed one adjustment. Yep. And then I turn, go the opposite way. That's okay. Tell her wait and stop her. Beautiful. Then free dog. They look like they work their dog ESD, don't they? Y'all look like it. I know y'all get in there, but y'all look like it. All right, Jordan, you ready? Stay right there, Kirsten. Yep, and just stay right there. Stay right there. Go ahead, Jordan. It's really your dog that's acting a fool right now. That dog's acting a fool too, but your dog's acting a fool. He's been acting a fool for a little bit. And it's really just energy. She's been reading the energy the whole time. But you see how he's like, if I... You get him, like that's what's been going on in the whole group class with him. So what I want you to do, remember or remind me, what gives you most control over Juno right now, according to your leash? What can you do with your leash to give you more control? Nope. She know, because I told her. Look at his leash and look where it's positioned. What's up, Elizabeth? Yep, go. No, no, no. All of that. Look at the bottom. You feel all that hair and fat right there. Yeah, tuck all that in there. Yep, exactly. Right at the jawline. Even more. On the top, more. All the way behind his ears. No, no, no. Slide it even up higher. Here it comes. It might be good. Yep, yeah, exactly. That, you see that? Boom. Tuck all that in. Pull that. See that? That's what I want you to do. Okay? Boom. Right there.
Right there?
Right there. That's where leashes and collars are supposed to sit on dogs. They're not. It's like an oxymoron because their bodies are not made. It always slides down, you know.
Yeah.
But that's where you like if you go tune into a dog show, the dogs are walking like this.
Yeah.
The collars are up here. Okay. All right. Tell them let's go. Give them a little bit more leash. Elizabeth, you can come in. Just tell her. Just come here. Yeah, right here. Tell her free dog. Let her sniff around. She needs to decompress a little bit. Yeah. Yes. May I have a poop bag?
What?
Poop bag. Poop bag.
Poop bag.
Yep, and thank you. Give him a little bit more leash, Jordan. Right there is perfect. You're welcome. Now turn right there. Yep, but next time I want you to just turn, and when you feel him, pop that leash. So turn now, just turn. If you felt him, you get me? So turn right there. There you go, it's a good boy. Now, again, Destiny, this is for you and Regina. Jordan is just walking like this. You gotta be like this. Good boy, Juno, I'm so proud of you. You're doing great right now. Free dog. Okay? Praise your dog more, please. But you're not praising him, and he's in an environment where he needs praise. Now tell him wait, and then free dog. So when she praised him, now he's looking at her, and then now she can give him the big reward of freedom for looking at her. You get what I'm saying? As she does that more, then it can turn into she don't got to look. You see how happy he is being free? You know, but it came from him looking up at her, walking with her, free dog. Okay? All right, Jordan, one more roundabout. Yep, and then when you say let's go, it's like a switch in your mind that now switches to I don't give a shit what Juno wants to do. Yep, come back this way. Turn right there, he's leading you. Turn right there. And I want you to start being in tune with, is my dog following me or not? If you feel like he's not, then just test him with a turn, okay? Because he's very intelligent. He's like my dog, good job. He's like my dog where she'll walk in front but still be following. And you can read a lot from him, from his ears too. All right, now come back this way. When you get past the pole, tell him wait, then free dog. Peggy, come on.
About his ears. Like, I know if they're laid back, he's upset. Or about
Yes, but also if they go back, he can also be in co-pilot, calmly following who's leading him.
Okay.
Yep. For him, if he, good job, Jordan, and then tell him free dog that you can make your way back over here. Can you record this one? And then, like, if his ears are like forward facing, then that's where he's going. You know? Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Turn right there, Peggy. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, she forgot how to pop. Come here, Peggy. Turn right there. There you go. That's better. All right, now you. It looks like you're trying to catch up to what he's doing. Come here, come here, come here.
What's with the beard? Oh, it grows fast, man.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. All right, so
He's a little freaked out by all the noises.
yeah, I know the fireworks and stuff. What's up, Foolie? Hi, how are you? How are you? Hi, 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 hi. Yeah, he wants to play tug right now.
Yeah.
Come here, come here, come here. So, what you want to do is lift this thing all the way up. All the way up. Tuck all that fat in hair. Pull it all down. Boom. Here we go. Now try. And hold it. Give him a little bit more leash. Right there. Now don't pull back and try to get him slow down. Turn and pop it. Turn now, pop, pop, pop. Then relax again. And don't pull back and try to get him to slow down. Just turn. Pop it. You're gonna have to pop when you turn, right when you turn every time, or for now. Turn now and just pop it. Pop. There you go. Turn now, pop it. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Turn again. Pop it. Yeah. There you go. Turn again. Pop it. Every time you come this way, when you turn and go that way, pop it. When you turn and come this way, you might not have to. There you go. All right. Because I just told you, what is she not doing? Good boy. Everybody, like when you're at home with these dogs, you guys are fucking praising, excuse my language, but praising them and giving them love for no reason at all. But then when you come outside and they're doing what you want, you're walking around like you fucking hate the dog. Please. So Peggy, thank you. There you go. Now turn and go that way. Go that way. Pop it up. Praise him. Good. Now come this way. So I think that also with your dog, you're doing it now, right? But what also matters with him is the tone. I'm going to see. So I'm going to say, Ollie, let's go. Watch this. Good boy. See? Good boy. Good boy. And also, this dog right here, he needs more freedom. He's telling us that. Like as he's walking, he's like sniff, 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 sniff. So what I have to focus on is not, Jared, for you, not so much duration. So I don't want him to have to focus on following me for so long. I want him to follow me for a short time and then get freedom. So let's go. Good boy. So turn. Good. Wait. Free dog. Then he'll get this time because he wants this right here. Boom. And then he can have it. And then he might potty. Good job. Good boy. And then I'm going to say, Ollie, let's go. Good boy. Good. Good. Wait. Free dog. So you see how it's a short time? Yep. If you try to do it the whole walk, it's going to be annoying for you, you know?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. He's still, you remember how we were in your, right when you come out the building?
Yeah.
There would be some days where I'm standing right there with him. Yeah, because you probably were like, all right, I want to drain this dog's energy. So you walked him to a field the 4th day after I left, and then he dragged you there at some point. He's like, you get what I'm saying? So you got to make it so that you're leading, okay? Let's go. Exactly. Let's go. So now my time again. Good boy. Good. He's going to get it wrong. Good boy. Good. Good job. Now he's winning. Good. And I'm winning. Good boy. Wait. Good. Now he spent the whole time winning. Free dog. Now he can be free.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Exactly. And not praising enough. All right. Tell him let's go.
Let's go.
Yep. Turn right there. This is a much better dog though than when you came with him. Relax that left arm. Relax your left arm. Relax it. No. Put it back. Now you can whatever. Now we're all confused. Now go the opposite way.
You have to change a lot.
Relax the right arm now. Yep, come back. Now it's perfect. Now I'm gonna start changing you. So when you walk now, I want your head to be high.
Okay.
All right, so keep going. Don't look at him anymore. There you go. Just feel. Stop looking at him. Tell him good boy. Now come back this way. Don't look at him. There you go. Good. When you don't feel him, he's doing good. All right, go the opposite way. Regina, when you don't feel him, he's doing good. That's the best I've seen this dog walk ever. Yeah, you're right. Peggy, we both forgot. You gotta give him some freedom. Wait. Free dog. Exactly. So there he did a lot for a long time with no freedom. So remember, just quicker freedoms. Okay? All right, who didn't go? I would, just to slow his brain down. Yeah. Elizabeth, I want you to just tune into this real quick. Kimmy, can you show us? Approach a retreat. How's he been walking in your neighborhood? Amazing. With Miguel too?
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh yeah.
So approach and retreat.
Yep.
Let's go.
This is called the approach a retreat drill. Many trainers, they'll teach a heel. Like, hey, heel by my side. I don't do that. If I want the dog to be at that level, then I'll teach that specifically. I teach a loose follow. 3 rules: stay within the length of a leash, stay on the side I put you on, and wait until I tell you freedom, free dog for freedom, all right? And so what it leaves now, all right, Kimmy, you're gonna make me tell you the same lesson that I've been telling everybody all day.
Praise your dog. Praise your dog when he's doing good.
Yep, but make sure he's doing good when you praise him, all right? And again, same for him. Tell him wait, and then free dog. Yeah, you see how much he wants freedom? So you got to get that out of him. You got to give him the freedom for following you in short paces. So when you take off with her, because even now, like, she's willing to hang on that tension, I want you to just loose leash, say let's go, or whatever your follow command is, and take off. She's going to be like, phew, right? Because she tracks too. She's going to be like, phew. And you're just going to turn and go the opposite way and pop the leash. And then when she catches up, you're going to praise her. Okay? Right there, stop him, and then release him. Yeah, so just quicker rewards, okay? And shorter times that you expect him to be great. All right, he's there, right? But we got to find what motivates him. Right now, it looks like freedom is what does it. There you go. So you take advantage of it. Great leaders are calm, clear, fair, consistent, and assertive. So the fair part was when I saw that Ollie, like it was hard for him to give me all that time of following. I'm like, let me be fair and give him a reward real quick. And then you see he channeled that in and brought it back together. All right, tell him free dog and then take him to go chill. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Jared, you're gonna go next. Yep. Oh yeah, she know how to follow you. Turn right there. Yep, but when you turn, don't turn and face her. Just turn as if you're not with her. So turn now, pop it now, yep. You got it. And then now she's gonna start turning with you. So turn, go the opposite way. Tell her, good girl. All right, look, hold on. Take a deep breath. You take a deep breath. One more. All right, now go like this. Go like this. Now say, let's go. Don't look at her anymore, just feel. Don't look. Just feel. Because she knows how to do it. She's doing it right. You holding her back right now. Stop looking at her. I know she's cute. Then stop looking at her. Tell her, good girl. Now go the opposite way. Just feel. Stop looking at her. Praise her. Don't look as you praise her. Just praise her. Up. Now turn and go the opposite way. Keep praising her. Don't look. Now say wait and stop. And tell her free dog and let her sniff. Yeah, you hold her back. Everybody, come in real quick. Because she's got it. You put in the work with her. She's good. But you hold her back. I'm going to explain to you how, but I want everybody to learn. Kimmy, Peggy. Tell her wait right there. Yep, but when you say wait, use your leash. Like, hey, wait right here. Because I meant to tell you this earlier. Let me see. So when you're using this thing, it's like an analog stick. I can put him wherever I want him. You see what I'm saying? If it's here, if I'm holding it here, and then I need more control over him, showing the leash. And I'm doing it like when people are like, oh, my dog's so good with you, it's just because I know all these different techniques. You know, so just know that when you're using this thing, you're using it for a reason. And it's very purposeful of how you're using it. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm going to walk into a group of dogs and I want to be right there in the middle, then I'm going to walk him right in the middle, but I'm going to be very directive with my leash on what I'm telling him to do. You get what I'm saying? All right. And then your rewards, and you can rain them down. All right. You got me? Yeah. So let's go. Everybody watch this. She reacts to the other dogs, Elizabeth?
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Okay. Good, okay.
She doesn't react like in toys with other dogs, but she'll react like
Awesome. And then the car's slowing, that's what it is. Yeah. All right, so my lesson for her, and she's gonna pick up, keep going. Because as she talks more and as I talk and I'm not paying attention to her, she's gonna start looking at her dog more. So Look, you see how she's looking down at the dog and stuff? Now turn, go the opposite way. And now I want you to not look at the dog. Just feel. So in the beginning of this, she was so focused on the dog and the dog doing right, she was holding the dog back from doing right. Like she was cutting the dog off and tripping over. Once she relaxed and stopped facing the dog and just led, then the dog was like, damn, I can follow you now. So sometimes you got to get out the way for the dog to follow. And most of the time, it's just in your mind. But and the dog's like, can you please clear the pathway in your mind and then I'll be able to follow you? You know, and right now it's the example of leash walking, but it applies everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So when you're overthinking something or, good job, Elizabeth, yep. And then reward her and then tell her free dog. But you get what I'm saying, Elizabeth? Yeah. Look, Elizabeth. And this, it brings oxygen to your brain. And now you can get out the way. But in every scenario, sometimes, most of the time, humans, they'll like put on, this is like getting into like sort of spiritual connection sort of, but like, what am I trying to say? A scenario will come up and then the human will picture or think about the worst possible case in the scenario, right? And sometimes law of attraction may bring that worst possible case into the scenario because you thought about that. You get what I'm saying? So you want to program yourself to just think about the best case scenario, you know? So if it's like, for me, like a business venture or something, right? Or an idea, and then I know that I'm bringing this to somebody who's going to knock it down or be like, yeah, that's going to be tough or da-da-da. I'm not even going to bring it up with them at all because I don't want them to add that to the universe of this idea, you know? I'm only going to bring that to people who are going to either build it up or be like, wow, that's amazing. You get me? So when you when you interact with your dogs, when you go out for a walk, this is going to be the best fucking walk I've ever been on with this dog in my life. And you go, take a deep breath and go after that, okay? It may sound crazy. It may sound, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, I can't think of it right now. But you have to pretend in order for it to become real sometimes, especially when you're dealing with an animal that you really don't know anything about and you're learning about. So you have to pretend like, okay, I know you, I communicate with you, and I'm a leader, and you follow me. And then you go do it, and the dog will be like, I do that, you know? And I've done it plenty of times, like at shelters with dogs who have no idea even how to be on a leash. Jason, you remember we used to go to the shelter with them dogs? Yeah. How they used to be walking when we pulled them out?
Insane.
Crazy. Like these dogs had no idea, they'd never been on leashes before. And before I pulled the dog out, I would visualize what this dog's gonna do. I take a deep breath, then I slip lead it up and then go. You know, and so that's how this turned into just the approach retreat, because the shelter dogs might not want to take food, but you still need to follow me. You get what I'm saying? But I visualize it first, okay? So with her, there was a lot of it. Before I introduced Lucy and Rascal, I visualized it going right. And it went horrible. Remember the video? It went horrible. But I lit their ass up and then had to go after that. It went just how I visualized it. Now they played. Yeah. That's what I visualized, you know? So all I have to say, Elizabeth, for you, just think about your dog being as great as you put in the work for her to be great to do, okay? And then go after that, all right? Whatever. All right, who didn't do this yet? I want you to go again, but I want you to go to slip lead. You're like, I think you good. No. Where I put a slip lead? So Destiny, you'll practice one more time and then we'll do a circle. She might flip out on this. If she does, we'll adjust, okay? By flip out, I mean overreact. But now you gotta do exactly that whole stupid spiel that I just gave. What do we call that? Dog church, that whole sermon, that church sermon that you just got right there. Apply it now, okay? Because she might freak when you put this on her. Put it on her.
Sit.
Now put it high. Yep. Don't tighten it yet. Don't tighten it yet. Just slide it where it's supposed to be positioned. I would touch her, but she's gonna try to bite me. All the way up. So look at me. Yep. Now look real quick. You see where my beard starts? Right there. Jawline. Yep, exactly. And then slide the tab down. That black part? This one.
Oh, this
yep.
tab.
Slide that down. When you slide it down, you want it to be tight. So it's not going to keep sliding down, but not too tight. You want to still be able to get 2 fingers in comfortably.
It's a little bit.
Put 2 fingers in. That's too loose. Slide it up more. Slide the positioning up more. Now, can you get 2 fingers in there comfortably? I think that's good. All right, now tell her, let's go.
Let's go.
Give her more. Give her a lot of leash. Yep. She's gonna get it wrong. Let her get it wrong though. Don't be in her way. Let her walk into some punishment. Then she's gonna fix it. Tell her, let's go. Yep. And every time you turn, if you feel her, pop it. Now it's new, so you don't need to do a big pop. Turn right now. Turn. Pop it. Pop it. Pop it. Now walk. Turn. Pop it. When you feel her, pop it. Turn. Pop it. What's going on now? She don't want to hurt her dog. But you're holding her back. Pop, because she don't care about hurting herself. She's going to drag.
I see that.
So turn. So you got to teach her not to. Yep. Good girl. Now turn. Acting a fool. Put him in a position. Sit. Tell him sit. Yeah, mean it. Yep, exactly. Then free dog. Now free dog. All right, man, have her. She's probably gonna suck with me, but I want to at least try it.
Let's see.
Come on, girl. Good girl. Good, yeah. Good girl, yeah. Good girl. Good. Yeah. Good. Destiny. What'd you say? Yeah, now you came to look for her. Wait. Go say hi. Awesome. So she's like, where's mom?
Every time.
And you're like, where's Sadie? Where's
No,
Sadie?
I was there, and then I was like, well, maybe let me pick up.
You're like, let me go see my dog. Yeah,
Just a
it's
little.
a mirror. It's a mirror. All right, now tell her, let's go.
Let's go.
She thought about you while you were here, but then when I left,
She goes too forward.
she didn't get. She thought she was on the way to rehab. She was happy.
Yeah, my parents said the same thing. So if I leave them with her, she's a lot calmer.
Yeah.
When she's with me, she's like happier.
Because your house and your policies, you don't have any.
No, it's
So we have to adjust that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, tell her, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, when she gets too
Yeah, now just pretend like you're going that way, because you told her, let's go. So pretend like you're going that way and then turn and go the opposite way.
Come on.
Yep. All right, cool. Let's start a circle. Jordan, you'll start it. Say, let's go, and take that sidewalk. Yep. Yeah, that is Juno gets rewarded for soliciting all the time, so now he wants to play, so he wants to solicit to play. He don't want to wait to be calm.
He's not gonna run up and
He might run up and try to play and then get bit and then start that.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Peggy, go ahead, jump in. Go ahead, or Sarah, let him chill. Elizabeth, go ahead. Tell her, let's go.
Yeah.
Regina, you go next. Jared, go ahead, please. I need a good dog to hop in there. Go ahead, Akemi. Just back and forth on this sidewalk. Come back this way, Jordan. Keep it short. Come back this way, Jordan. Keep going, Peggy. Oh, man. All right. Hold on. Stop. Everybody stop. All right. Follow them. You guys don't know what to do. Go that way. Akemi, we're going to do a leash walk in circle. So James, just bring her out of the circle real quick. Go ahead, Kimmy, lead us. Yep, tell them let's go, follow them. Yeah, we're just gonna do a circle. So Kimmy's gonna now turn and come back this way. When you walk by a dog, your dog needs to be on the opposite side of the dog. So everybody just follow a Kimmy. There you go. Exactly. But Elizabeth, when you walk by a dog, you switch her behind your back to the opposite side. Jordan! And then Peggy just following Jordan.
The wrong order.
My bad, bro. And then you got to stop thinking about her so much. And remember, you're walking by a distraction, so you got to switch her. But now when you go in front like that, you see how much hassle that was? Just switch it behind your back and pull.
Oh, with my purse, I can't go behind
Go put that thing down there. There you go. Swing your arm more. There you go. Good job, Kimmy. Make sure you throw in some free time and free time for him too. When he passes her, he might. Now all of that right there, Regina, that he just gave you, I would have went no, pop, 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 pop. So he's walking with you, and then he's like, "Get out the way! I got to see this dog right here." He completely just evaded your space, and you allowed him to do it, which later on leads to lunging. Come back this way. There, he was testing to see, like, okay, she let me do all that. Oh shit, okay, damn, all right. That's a good switch right there. Never mind. You got it. Good job, Peggy. All right, now you feel all that? You could slide it up, get more control. That's why I think a prong will be better for him, Jordan. Awesome. I'm going to show you a drill for him to slow him down. So you're going to go, let's go. And then you're going to back pedal, pop, 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 and forward again. Good. Back pedal, pop, 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 and forward again. Good boy. Good. You see how now he's behind me. So just because he's anticipating moving forward so much. My bad, James. Go ahead, hop in. I forgot about you, man. May I start with her? This is a lot for her right here, because she's only used to like walking by dogs and stuff. So being in a group, come on. Good. Good job, Elizabeth. Good. Good. All right, you ready, James?
Yep.
Good. Good girl. Wait. Good job, Peggy. Good leader. Good job, Jordan. Excellent job. Yeah, you just keep that arm swinging. There you go. You can give her a little bit more leash. Good job. And then every so often, tell her free dog and let her sniff somewhere. Job, and for him too. Yep, and for him too, free dog and give him some sniff time. Same for her, Elizabeth. When she's doing great, free dog and let her decompress. Yep. She got some free time recently? Yes. Good. Cool, all right. Does everybody feel like they feel comfortable? I want James to get a little bit more reps in with her, so keep going. But Peggy, I got a gift for you. Congratulations.
Oh, look at this! Woo! Ollie, don't get so excited.
I know, he's ready to celebrate.
Good job, Regina. And just make sure that right arm swings.
Very much.
You're welcome.
Badge of honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job, James. Awesome. All right, good. Cool. That's easy. That's easy. You're going to have to find out when you earn one. Good job.
Not embarrassed to say we belong, Ollie. That's pretty good.
Yep, exactly. And your cadence can reflect you wanting her to slow down, you know. Good job, Jared. Perfect. All right, tell them free dog, and then you guys can come back to the circle. Oh, my bad, Destiny. We ain't put you in the circle. All right, we're going to keep it going for a little bit, please, for Destiny. Sorry, I forgot about you. How's she been while you been walking over there the whole time? Has she been doing great? All right, cool. Time to put it on display. Cool. All right, you guys, let's get Destiny involved. So tell your dogs, let's go. Yep, and you're just going to follow the crowd. I was just about to point it out. Switch. Behind the back switch when you walk by a dog. So now you know. Now you know. Now you I don't want you holding it tighter now. Get back to how you were walking before and do it right next time. Come back this way. Look, now she got PTSD, Kristen. Yeah. Now she like, uh-oh. Yep. Thank you, Regina. All right, so now you see it, right? You see that, look, you didn't even put the camera the right way because you're thinking about the pass, right? Because it was close, for sure, you know? Yeah. But you had to take a deep breath and get back to how you were leading before when you thought he wasn't going to do that. Because now your body's like, he's going to do that, and you're going to reflect that in there, all right? So tell him, let's go. And you didn't take a deep breath yet. There you go. Good job, Jordan. Ooh-wee, this is almost a hot dog.
He would have made it. I have faith in Junie.
There you go. Good job, Destiny. That dog is walking perfect. That is wonderful. Your dog. Yeah, she's walking great. But now she knows you're going to hold her ass accountable when she don't do it right, so she's going to do it right every time. And you just got to remember to reward her for doing it like that.
Good girl.
Yep, and you can tell her free dog, too. Tell her free dog, let her sniff a little bit. But keep in mind, where you're telling her free dog, too, there's 2 dogs right there. Yeah, exactly.
She'll pee on the right, but then she thinks her reward is
All right, I think that this is good. She's not foraging as much. What you been doing to stop that?
I feel like she is.
Okay.
Well, I would have said she totally is.
I guess when I look over, she's not.
Especially this side. I don't
Got
know
it.
if people drop treats or what.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, big time.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Tell them free dog. We're gonna meet in the circle.
Or in the free dog, it's all forage right now.
Yeah.
Okay, do that.
You can correct that too though. Like when you tell her free dog. Free dog. Yeah, she ain't gonna do it with me. But yeah, like you can still be like, yo, cut the shit when she's in a free.
That's how
You know?
do it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's meet in the circle. That's cool though. She's free.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, any second she's free today.
Oh yeah, and she's picking shit up. Yeah, and keep in mind it's been a barbecue weekend too, so it is probably shit, hell of stuff on the ground, you know. Right. Ooh wee, she did good. That was good. Yeah. Like so much stimulus all at once. All right, Jason. Can you? I'll just try to put it like this and stay in it, but every so often, can you just govern it for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. She's super friendly, right, Will?
Yeah, she'll play with anything.
Maybe the only one I might not do is this one.
Yeah,
Here,
the girl.
she's,
Yeah. Go say hi.
She wants to dominate, but she puts it
Give me
in
a
the
please.
play.
Cool.
Unless you want to correct her when doing it.
Yep, and just walk away, Regina. No, I'm not starting no fights today. Good. You see how this dog is built, Regina? That's how he's supposed to be built.
Not my meatball.
No.
I mean, what happened with Sue? He got heavy.
He tore an ACL. Fact. That's an absolute fact. So this is all healthy, all healthy. She's showing him like, yeah, she's showing him that she's the dominant one in this relationship. But it's play. Look, you see who he is? He's running away. But he's like, yo, please chill. You know? But she's showing him like, yo, you think you big and bad, right? But it's all play. But she's such a good dog, you know? But now also, look, so now I'm going to stand up for him because she's not reading him. So I'm waiting for him to, like, her to get in his face and for him to growl again. Because when he growls, that's supposed to mean to her to stop. So because she's not reading it, I got to step in for him and be like, or her, and be like, hey, that means stop, you know? And then next time, look, now he's like, damn, thank you, bro. You know, he's able to relax some. And then free dog, and then they'll interact again, and she'll be a little bit more respectful of him, and he might play with her, you know? So good, look, see? Good. But she needed me to stay, because his corrections were fake. If he gave a real correction, she would have read it. But his corrections were like this. So she's like, I'm going to pick on you, you know? Good job. Cool. Go ahead, Regina. I got him. Hold on. All right, cool. Because he was jumping, then you would have rewarded him if you would have took him. What'd you say?
Like Yoshi didn't really respond like he could have. But
Yep.
he was like, so is that just his personality? He's not.
What he just did with Juno right there, that's fake. That's all fake courage. That's insecurity, what he did right there. So that's why when he got there, he didn't bite Juno. He got there and he was like, oh, I don't know what to do right here. I don't really bite. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's insecurity, but it's insecurity that
He doesn't know his own strength and power.
He does exactly. He's never experienced a real fight to know. He's never been bit to go, oh, I can bite, or bit to go, oh, that works, you know. But in that circle right there with her, he's insecure right there. That's why he's like. That's why he's doing all this, you know.
Oh, okay.
But if something that he doesn't like comes in that circle. Yeah, exactly. But Juno's staring at him like this.
And yes, yeah.
Exactly. Come on, Jordan. This is gonna be rowdy. Yeah, you're gonna tell him wait and then go say hi. What'd you give him? That's a stick? So when Jordan came in, I took the leash and I guided him to come to the back. Juno's super playful, but he's also super pushy. And she might correct him. Look, she like, I don't want to play with you. Yep, but this is all healthy. How they're reading it, look, going to the back. Now she's like, hey, don't go back there. Now he's dominating. But she's a good dog. This is a good dog. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's dominant. She's dominant but playful. Like Akila's dominant but don't want to play, you know? Yeah. So now look, now they want to play now. If they had more space and could run around, they put the work in. Free dog, look, she's this. Look. She's ruining him. She gonna bring him home and do that. He like, damn, I'm full. Shit, man, what you gonna put in there? All right, call him.
Juno, come.
Tell him go say hi.
Go say hi. Right out
Didn't have him sit down, nothing for it. Nothing. Just put it in there.
At the parks.
Uh-huh.
Is he good?
He's pushy.
Yeah. And then when dogs approach him, he gets really mean.
Because he's insecure. I'm waiting for her to tell him to stop.
He gets really mean.
Not mean. Get off me. Mean like so.
Barks and growls.
So you're saying if he's on leash walking with you and the dog runs up to you?
Yeah, he'll like bark and growl. It should be mean, right?
I mean, yeah, the other dog's being pushy, you know, but again, there we go. Good job.
He's training being out here. He's just happy to be out here.
Look, this.
See that? See that? What's that?
That was her doing too much. Let me get him back. Yeah, grab her, bro.
See, like, I don't like that aggression.
He didn't do anything.
It was her. It's her.
Your dog didn't do anything at all.
That scares it.
What did your dog do that scared you?
Growling and like
She tried to bite him. She tried to bite him. What is he supposed to do? Look, what is he supposed to do? You get me? But no, that was, they started playing, right? And then he got too pushy for her. She was like, whoa, this is a lot. And she went to correct him, but she overcorrected, is what that calls. She did too much on the correction.
He avoided. After he avoided, she kept going.
Exactly. If she would have,
No, I
If-
scary.
if she would have corrected and he would have stopped, it wouldn't have elevated that far. But also, she corrected and he did stop, but then she kept going, which is where now she needs to be punished.
So they're just having conversations, right?
Okay.
And then everybody observing and just watching the conversations, and mostly him is just talking about what conversations they're having.
And our goal, because even now she's telling him like, don't come up to me, and he read it. He read it, you know. But our goal with this is so that when you are out in the wild, taking your dog to places where your dog shouldn't even be because you're not training him every single day, so he's not qualified to be there. But when you do take him there, then you at least know how to read what's going on there. Okay? She didn't even catch that first part. Did you catch that first part? What I said?
Yes, I did.
What I say?
But I'm not training them every single day.
So he's not even qualified to be in them. He's not even qualified to be in the off leash area because.
He's not in an off. I mean, I always have him on a leash all the time.
But-
Other dogs
Yeah.
come up. No, I'm not in a dog park. I'm
Good.
in a park where other people have their dogs off leash, and
So-
they think it's okay. I don't.
Good.
No, believe me.
Awesome. All right, let's let her chill, bro. We're gonna do.
Listen to what happened, and let me see what I did wrong.
Yeah.
So they were off leash. They came and approached him,
Mm-hmm.
and they were off leash, and they're like sniffing him and stuff like that. And then he got a little like in their face, and the owner said, "Oh, you shouldn't have him on the leash. He wouldn't get so defensive if he wasn't on his leash."
I mean,
I'm
in a way, it's true. And why I say that is because who was I with? Oh, I was with Otis, one of her favorite dogs, and we were walking. You guys remember Sharon from last week?
not a dog park. This was
Yeah,
a
or park. You remember Sharon with the two dogs? Who was here last week? You remember Sharon? You remember the lady with the two dogs that were off leash? She been walking them dogs. She been walking them dogs on leash now. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you remember last week, right? How them dogs was acting, how they were just walking up to people, right? I knew she was gonna bring them dogs off leash, right? But I had already met the dogs, so I knew the dogs weren't like mean or weren't gonna fight. But I wanted to put you all in a scenario to where a dog is gonna run, because right this is what happens. I'm walking, I see somebody with an off, like, look, tell me if I'm lying. This is Rex right here, right? Has Rex done anything wrong this whole class, right? He could be walking with Rex. Rex is in free dog, or we'll be walking Aquila and Rex together, and they're in free dog, hitting the block, like doing whatever really the fuck they want to do in free dog, right? Somebody could be across the street and see them free and start doing this to the dog. You get what I'm saying? And so I was walking.
You don't know what those dogs are gonna
So why are you choking out your dog?
Because you're nervous.
So right, but why choke out your dog? Your dog didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where you go, not. You get what I'm saying? So yesterday I was walking with Sharon. I was walking him with Sharon, and then we walked up. I had another client dropping her dog off, who's Otis, and anybody who knows Otis don't play. Like, if a dog comes up to Otis and he don't like it, Otis is like half the size of her, but he will snap a dog, like get it together real quick, right? So we walk up, and I know what's gonna happen already. I know, all right, she's got the dogs on leash, but they're gonna decide to do what they want to do, you know? So we walk up, and Otis is chilling, right? And then Sharon's dog starts to come up to Otis, and Kirsten's doing this with Otis. Look. So what am I, look, you see how he's freaking out? He's like, what am I doing? Why is there so much pressure, you know? And so now Otis is chilling. Now he's getting choked out and the dog's in his face. So he's gonna snap now, you know? So I'm like, Kirsten, relax your leash, relax, right? So she relaxes and Otis, the dog comes to sniff Otis, right? Otis doesn't snap. Then Otis goes to sniff the dog, bro. Otis is the grumpiest, grouchiest dog you would ever meet in your life, right? But he's just been coming to hang out, so he knows the conversation, right? But she was here. Once she went here, her dog relaxed. Yep, so I'll bet, I wasn't there, but when that dog came up, you did one of these. Right, and so now, look, for protection, look, if we're doing protection, right, and I want to start my dog on protection, then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to hold my dog close, and then somebody's going to come fucking flank my dog, and then my dog's going to turn around and try to bite where it came from. So that's what you did on accident. You get what I'm saying?
He just almost doesn't, there's a lot of off-leash in this park that shouldn't be. And he almost seems like he gets pissed that he is on a leash.
Right.
I'm even relaxed, but he gets pissed.
But that's why I'm saying he's not qualified to go there yet, because you got to make sure he's ready so that you can. When you go there, he might as well be ready to be off leash.
It's not a dog park. It's just a damn
But that's a park where people with trained dogs go though.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part, because their dogs are still running up to yours, of course. But you want to just keep in mind that, like, maybe if I have a dog, like let's say if I have a dog like him and a dog runs up and I might just drop the leash and just because he's gonna go play, right? If I have a dog like her and the dog runs up, I'll probably kick the other dog. Because I know at some point even if they play right now, at some point she's gonna be like, this is too much for me, and go into that mode, you know. So you gauge each scenario, but you got to remember, like, you can't do that because that's like how you were doing.
I know. When I get like intense, I shorten up.
Everybody does. Everybody does. But you have to unlearn and relearn. So you have to deprogram yourself on that, because it's like how you were doing when you're walking and he starts getting ahead, you're programmed to pull and slow him down. When no, you're just turning, let him walk to the pot, you know. But yeah, that happens in that scenario, okay? But when you go to places like that, you put yourself in realm of doing that, you know? Me personally, I'm not gonna take her somewhere like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until she's ready, and I'll know when she's ready, and then when we go, it's gonna be practicing there first, you know? So just be mindful of where you're taking him to, all right? Maverick. She's like, what? You know I don't want to do this.
Like I was chilling.
Right. What? I'm gonna leave her alone. Nothing. Who? Yeah. No, I was saying that picture right there. Just look. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the picture. No, look at everything on the ground over there. She automatically come to the dog and start free feeding him. Free feeding the dog.
So like all that food that he has right now, instead of putting it on the ground, all I got is burning. Like how she's turning every piece of her breast.
He ate to the point where he's like, I don't want this shit no more.
So if you offer it
But he
later on,
wasn't eating like that.
What do you mean?
So while he was sitting down, I said, good boy. And then he started eating.
I saw you dump a can in there and then he ate some, and I saw you dump another can in there and then he left it. That's called free feeding. So then he solicits and then he gets pet, right? But she keep saying, can I take him home? Can I bring him home for Mother's Day? So at Mother's Day, I didn't want to give her not 1 hour with this dog, because all that's gonna happen now, he gonna come back and I gotta do it. I gotta start from the beginning, you know. And I only got a week left now, you know. But you gotta change that. Like I understand why you're doing it too. You're doing it because you love the dog, right? But your love for him is like, look, he's telling you, your love for him is like that grandma who loves her grandchildren, so she keeps giving them McDonald's and candy and all this shit.
But he doesn't. I don't feed him junk.
You're missing the point. So she keeps giving him stuff, giving the grandsons, and she's spoiling him. I spoil my grandbaby, you know, and it's just ruining him. His body is not supposed to be eating fucking McDonald's when you hang out with grandma, you know. But it's not what you're giving him; it's the mentality that you're putting inside of him now, you know. I haven't seen him snap like that besides for that time where he pulled up the whole time, you know. And that's not saying that was your fault. It's just saying still within your realm, he still has that in him. So when you bring him home and you start slamming him with food for no reason and affection for no reason, it's all gonna come back out. It's only been 2 weeks. You get what I'm saying? He's lived with you for how long? And how old is he? It's only been 2 weeks, you know? Man, in the 2 weeks, look, call her, Jared. In the 2 weeks, I've taken away all decision making from him. So he hasn't really made any decisions. I'm just now being like, yeah, decide to go be calm. Decide to go be calm by that child. You get what I'm saying? But first it was like, leave that child alone. Don't mess with that. Walk by me. Okay? So, please.
I will. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good boy. I know.
Sit.
I'm always.
Sit. Sit. Okay. Lay down. Or go.
Jordan.
Daddy, like, mommy, help.
She's gonna be a Frank dog. Doodles. All these doodles. Go say hi.
Go say hi.
They might play. Yeah, Frank's on the injury reserve. She's gonna correct him.
Is he doing something wrong right now? Or he just doesn't
I mean, he's being curious. Yeah, he's been curious, but he's gonna go to her face, which is rude. Like, I met you and I hugged you, or I shook your hand. I didn't try to give you a kiss, you know. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, I want her to correct him. Yeah, and
dogs are not supposed to meet nose to nose.
they're not. That's why I'm waiting for her. Exactly, but they're not. That's why he's in the wrong. You get what I'm saying? Just because they're not supposed to doesn't mean they're not going to do it though. But again, like if she were a dominant dog and he came up to her like that, she'd light him up all the way, and he'd be.
Aren't you worried that he could hurt her
For what? How he gonna hurt her?
because he's bigger?
He's not even trying to hurt her. Good boy. He finally said, all right, she don't want to mess with me. He was like, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your number, please? And she not telling him no. She just like, you know, and then he finally was like, all right, let me go find somebody else to pick on. But yeah, no, like there are, of course, there's always.
Is it because she's not as dominant? He didn't find her a threat. That's why he wasn't as aggressive.
He's not an aggressive dog.
Or well, a little bit more snappy, not aggressive. Aggressive was the wrong because compared to the other dogs.
He's not even a snappy dog. He's like if the dog. Thank you, Jordan. If the dog will play, he's gonna play. That's all he's looking for, you know. But she's not about to do anything besides to focus on you right here, right now, you know. So, but yes, if she would have snapped at him, then it would have been on him next to read it.
I have a puppy, and she literally lets her. That's why I'm trying to come here so I can correct her, and then eventually.
Tell me about that.
So with the puppy will go all over her. It's two females.
Yeah, being too pushy.
But it'll take some time.
And when you do that, you gotta make sure that you're not gonna allow any dog. Like if this dog, you better kick him. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't want your dog to have to go, oh, I gotta stand up for myself in this. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be ready to be an advocate for your dog in this scenario if you're gonna decide to give him a bully stick right here. You get me? I'm sorry, Destiny, what were you saying?
That the little one,
The puppies are being too pushy.
she's being too pushy, and then her tolerance, her.
Leave it loose.
See, it's with me.
That's cool, yeah, but that's cool, that's good. He's being too pushy. Look, she's like, I'm just letting you know. Look, she's gonna do it again.
Okay, where am I supposed to go?
Just stay on her side. You like.
I am on it. Where are they? Okay, hold on.
This is good. Good girl. Tell her good girl. Good. That's what I'm looking for. But you see, that was all super healthy. She's like, look, back up from us. He read it. That's it. That's what would happen with him. You know, for the most part, he might not read it and get corrected, but he's not gonna bite back. He's not a mean dog at all.
You want him to bite back eventually.
She's trying to breed killers. She wants to kill a dog. You a drug dealer or something?
Yeah.
No.
My concern is just like.
I look at a dog and look like the potential for that dog to hurt my dog. Like, is it a canine? Is it, whatever? Is it a...
You see how it's a Cane Corso, it's gonna hurt my dog. It's Pit, it's gonna hurt my dog.
We played with a Cane Corso puppy. So, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
but you that's a either one of them dogs did something to you or one of your dogs, or you saw a movie of them doing something, or but you got some prejudice to them dogs when.
I think about worst case where you said in the beginning. Think about best case.
And so that's why I was just about to tell you is like, you just gotta open your universe up for good, you know. Where again, like this dog, and if a dog tries to bite him, he's gonna get out the jam. This is a very practiced and experienced dog, you know. So especially with him, like, just focus on his getting his ass to follow you, you know. And when the dog runs up, I would just loosen it, and he's gonna find a way to make it play, you know. But yeah, I get where you're coming from for sure. Yeah, but and in a way, yeah, like if a dog runs up to my dog, I will want my dog to stand up for itself, you know. But like I told her, before he has to go stand up for himself to protect his bully stick, if I were her, I would kick the dog first, so that he just back there enjoying his bully stick, and I did the work for him. And then he's like, I trust Mom, man. She ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, you know. And then you won't have a dog that's soliciting all the time, like trying to make dogs get away all the time because they.
Puppy does that to her. If she has like a little tree or bone or anything, she'll try to come get it. So am I supposed to?
You got to give the puppy more structure. The puppy most likely, just like your dog does, has too much freedom than it's responsible for. And she like, damn, Mom, you can't control a puppy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So your puppy should be on leash all the time until your puppy understands leave it, how to be calm in the house, how to read corrections from her.
Is this a safe leash for the puppy?
I will use like a flat collar in the house, or not a flat collar, like a flat martingale collar. So a flat collar, but just that tightens. That'll be good for her too. It's called a flat martingale. I'll text you. I'll send it to you. But yeah, like. You gotta be the advocate for her in that scenario, but I mean she will teach the puppy if she knows how. Yeah.
I think her tolerance for her is pretty well.
Yeah.
But I've seen her be snappy, and I let her do it.
I want that. Yeah.
Sets her boundaries.
Yes. Like I love when puppies come over and come up to Aquila and Aquila snaps at the puppy, because that puppy just learned like, oh, everybody don't want to play with me, you know. So I love that. But you don't want that to just be. You don't want the puppy to get snapped at and then go back in, because now she's gonna be like, damn, what works? How do I get this puppy on my face? You know, so you got to step in for her. All right. I would use your dog, but I like the mode that you have him in, just around dogs and unfocused and not whining. So I'm not going to use him today. Okay. Do you want me to? Okay. What's up?
But we don't have to do it right now.
Come on. What's up?
So with the whining, what is all about?
He gets rewarded for it. So. Not today, but in the past. Yeah, so you just have to program him to offer other behaviors instead of whining, and realize I get rewarded for that, you know. So now Rex is in a state where he's like, I get rewarded for just laying down. You get what I'm saying? So you got to get him to that mindset where, like, you see, even him, even her, like if she just reached down and pet her, so pet her, then she would go, damn, I get pet for just sitting. I don't got to make you by whining. You get what I'm saying? But it's being conscious of that. Like,
Am I not supposed to do that?
no, so if I were just standing with Juno right now and then Juno decided to lay down, I would get on the ground and give him kisses right now. Yes. But if let's say instead of that scenario, Juno whined at me and then I told him to lay down and then I pet him, what made him get attention? Exactly. Even though I sat down, I'm like, because what happened was I wasn't paying attention to my dog. Then my dog said, hey, pay attention to me. And I went, oh, I'm supposed to be paying attention. Lay down. And then my dog lays down, and then I rewarded. So my dog was like, I made that happen, you know? Whereas you either proactively, and he's, because for some reason he hasn't picked up to just remain still. He keeps trying to hang on it, you know? And what I could be doing to help him for you, Jordan, is when I feel him hang, you feel how he's just willing to let this be here, then I go like that anytime he creates tension. And then he'll learn to just relax. What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, you have to either proactively give the command and then be consciously rewarding your dog for duration, or set your dog up to offer you the calmness and obedience and then proactively reward that. You get what I'm saying? Are you ready, Kimmy? Tell him to go say hi. This might be snappy fast and put me to work. Yep. Because Bungie might correct him. Yep, it's coming. He don't know how to read dogs all the way yet. Bungie just told him, I'm not the one. He just told him that. His hackles went up, right? He moved away. He's like, look, I'm doing all I can to let you know he turning his head like, don't come by my face, bro. This is like damn good for Bungie. Damn good for Bungie. You remember he met Athena right on the spot and went to go bite her right away? It's because she was being pushy. Look, you guys reading this? You know, and so it would be unfair of me to be like, no, Juno, go play with him. You know, because he's telling us, no, I don't want to play with him. You know, especially because I've seen, look, he's like, I need to go that way. You know, good. I'm going to get him back. But he almost squared up there. But this is, look, coming at his face again, licked his lips, right? He's cleaning his teeth so he could bite his ass.
Wait, Bungie licked his lips?
Mm-hmm. So she asked what? Sort of now. I had to correct him a couple times. Now he is. See, he's like, okay, you know. All right, call Juno. I knew to hold that leash. Let me get her, bro. You hold her. He gonna play with her. So now look, opposite now. See, now he's interested. He's like, oh man, okay, you're my type. Now I'm reading her. Wait, hold on, y'all. I'm reading her. We're reading her. There we go. No, she's just more his play style. And yes, that could be an equation too. Like, all right, it's not. I don't have to be. Yeah, she got it. She got it in her. Yeah. So did you guys read what happened there? No. I'll answer that.
But this time she didn't overcommit. If she did, I'm gonna hold her accountable.
Mm-hmm. So they started playing, right? And she was like, wait, hold on, a little bit too much. And she communicated that to him, but she being pushy now. Look. Now William stepped in and called her away, you know. Good, but the more that he does that, the more now she has the option to be like, okay, I can leave this. I don't have to get here and then commit, you know.
I don't think he likes him.
She got that in there. We're gonna have to curb that.
I got it.
Now it's play. But they're teaching each other how they like to play. And so my job, there we go, is to stop being lazy and get on the side of the dog. But this is like, it's play. Yeah, it's play. And my job is to be on this side because I don't want her to get tangled. She's fast though.
Pink.
Good, but you see how they're super flipping. Like first Bungie's like play with me, then she's like play with me.
And then look at our footwork too. You see how the leashes are? Right, I'm on the opposite side of Joanne with the leash, so we don't get tangled. But also the leashes are loose. It's not tight. Right? Boom, boom. Right? Real quick. You got, it's timing. Timing is key. That's pity. You got two pitties.
She's pushy.
And she's really yeah.
So let me see her. If it were me, right, she'll go in. I'm gonna put her in avoidance. I'm waiting for her to make a decision. She's gonna make it at some point, but I hope Bungie. She's gonna come in too hot like she's been coming in, and I'm gonna light her up, and then she's gonna lay down like how she did before. Now look, she's like. Good. Now Bungie can have a little bit of freedom, you know, and she has to go, okay, I can't fucking do that anymore. I'm not gonna lunge at him like that anymore. Let me figure out how to do it, you know.
I feel like sometimes he's okay with dogs.
Especially a dog like this. Like he's a ladies' man. Most of the time, if it's like a pit or a dominant female, Bungie's gonna find a way to get in where he fits in, you know. So he's good with that type of stuff, you know. But like more so for her, I stepped in because it's not gonna always be Will on the end of that leash that can stop her when she goes too much, you know. I wanted her to be like, okay, let me stop doing too much. You get what I'm saying? And then build up from that point, you know. We could have definitely like let it play out and it just took a little bit longer, you know. But now she's learning to just calmly coexist near him, right? And then let's say we put them away or when we end this, the second time we bring them out, it's gonna start from this point. It's not gonna start from the tension of like her keep jetting towards him, you know. So, but this is where I would want her. And then I would put them in the yard and watch them. Then they definitely play. But I probably have to break up a couple, like them being too pushy, you know. But they're not gonna try to kill each other or anything like that. But this is what I like my dogs to do: is just chill like this, and then when I let them know they can play, they go play. She's great though, bro. She's gonna make somebody happy. Yeah.
I don't want to let her go yet.
Come on. This, it mostly will be to just show some correction. Maybe. Now, what I will say is I need to get her away from your hands as fast as possible. Let me get that space, please. Now, I want you to hold her close to her, as close as possible. Now, give me your leash. Keep holding. You can let it go.
Got it?
All right, now walk away. So with just this, because that's tense, you know, like letting these dogs meet. This is how they would meet. Free dog. Shh. And then I'll let her walk over and sniff his pee. Now she just met him. Then she might decide to pee, and then he can sniff her pee, and then they just met. Let's go. Good. Now put them in the same boat. So now they both have to do the same thing. Nope. And follow a boundary together. Not think about each other at all. Just follow what I told them to do. Good. Break. Let's go. Good. That's how they would meet right there. Like it wouldn't be the whole how we were been doing it, you know, because she's just too explosive and he's just too explosive, you know. Wait, look, she like, get me away from that. Call her. So yeah, I took them. I'm like, all right, I don't even feel like breaking up this fight today. ERV, it's a Saturday, it's just gonna be busy as fuck. You're gonna have to wait in there for hours. You're gonna have to wait in there for hours. Let's just do this a patient way, right? So I took them. Both of them had to follow my leadership. She knows how to follow me on leash. He knows how to follow me on leash. Both of them follow me. I walk, they walk. She a little bit was trying to get over to him. I popped the leash a little bit, like, hey, no, you're not meeting him right now. Then I said, free dog. Bungie went and he peed. And she immediately, when I said free dog, she didn't want to fight him. She was curious, you know, so they'll play eventually. But free dog, he peed. She went over and sniffed his pee. She met him. Cool. If she would have peed, he would have sniffed her pee. She met him. Then I walked to the bench and I was like, both of you guys do this. And then she got it wrong. She hopped off. I said, no. Put her back up there. Once she committed, break, follow me. Let's go. So if I ever, like, let's say this was your dog and that was her dog and we're bringing them into the same household, they would do it like that over and over and over until one day I said free dog and they were like, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now they could be in the house together. You get me? So the best way to do it to avoid any conflict is on a walk. So if you got a friend with a dog who wants to come over your house, like that Frenchie, we got to go for a walk together first. You know, then you can see, can they control this dog? No. Like if I go for a walk with somebody and they can't control their dog on the walk, no, you got to put that dog in a crate when you come in my house. You know what I'm saying? All right, call him. That was good. Real quick, tell us about who Bungie used to be.
He's the one that every dog would have to like cross the street.
Didn't he like try to rip the head off of a dog in a gate or something?
Oh, he did? Yeah, he did. The reason why we filmed the one is because this puppy stuck his head out of a gate, and then my mom's dogs are barking at it, and then Bungie went into protect mode, and he just held the puppy's head. Like he didn't bite into it or shake his head or anything. He just held that dog in his mouth.
He just kissed him. Another thing that humans would do for their dogs is when their dog makes an asshole decision, they'll be like, yeah, my dog was being protective. He wasn't being protective. He was guarding because he didn't have no rules. Is she playful? Yeah. What you want to lead her? What you talking about her?
Yeah, should I just keep it there? Or?
Yeah, I'll hold her. Yeah, I'll hold her. Okay. Yeah, William will lead this one. Because she knows William. Got it. Juno will be playful if you wanted to grab him. Husky, yeah. Ollie will be playful too. And Destiny, she chill like that? Good. She's engaged, I can tell. Yeah. Don't you forget either. And you guys are doing good with that dog over there. So now Juno's coming in, sniffing the correct way. B's she's nervous. She's a mirror of you. She's a mirror of you. Like when we started that leash walking drill, you were tight and nervous, right? But then you relaxed and you came out, you know. That from when I met her months ago, she was the same. Like even when she met me, she was like tight and nervous about me. But now when I'm around, she's relaxed and calm, you know. So just keep that in mind that she's a mirror of you, okay? So your deep breaths are gonna mean a lot for her.
I mean, she's been around me so much that I'll check her dog. She's a lip. That's so odd. She's a lip. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a lip right there, right? She's like,
And because William stepped in, now that's him guarding, but Sarah could be like, he's protecting me. So when William stepped in to correct Juno, when B growled at him and told him, leave me alone, after he corrected Juno, B was like, I can sniff him now. I don't have to worry so much. There's a little bit of control in this, you know? And then she was able to shake off and be like, okay, I don't got to be so tight now. He's got my back, you know? So that's like, there's a thin line because if you're not at every single day dog training group class, the humans are not going to all the way understand how to lead their dogs in that scenario. They'll let their dog keep pushing while the dog's growling, and then B bites Juno, and then they'll be like, oh, it's B's fault. And it's like, no, it was Juno's fault. Juno was being too pushy, you know, and you didn't know how to read your dog. So it's tough, but it's better to know. Like if you're gonna go out into the public with these dogs and run a risk of somebody's dog running up to yours, it's better to know what you're looking for and how to read it and when I need to kick this other dog because this other dog is not reading my dog, you know? I love dogs, but I'll kick a dog if a dog needs to be kicked. I probably shouldn't be saying that on video either. Yeah, that was good. And so now the next dog that she meets at this class, she's gonna be more comfortable meeting it, you know? Do Ollie real quick with her, bro. Yeah, he's super playful. He's just gonna be goofy. Yep. So this probably be the same thing. She's curious. This is how I started last time. She wanted to sniff him first. Then now he's gonna turn around and face up. She's gonna be like, whoa, you're doing too much, bro. Yeah, you said Elizabeth that she doesn't like facing up?
No, she prefers to be face to face than
Then butt sniffs. Got it.
She hates when dogs go to her butt.
Got it.
She'll be like having a great time with the dog, be nose to nose, and then it goes to her butt, and then she's like, nope.
Got it. Good. And I want you to make sure that also you're having him spend time away from you too, not just in front of you being pet for being in front of you.
Yeah, he's been laying down.
Good.
But I don't want to interrupt him.
Good. No, I'm proud of you. He's over there calm, not lunging. Jordan, so you notice how he keeps doing that every so often? He's like, I need to go over here and play with these dogs, you know? He gets rewarded a lot for soliciting outside of this. So now in this, he's gonna try to lean on soliciting to get what he wants, which is play, you know? So you see how he stepped forward to see, then after step forward is that, you know? So just keep in mind that in this environment, you can address it how you address it. You can hold him accountable how you hold him accountable, but it's being created outside of this environment. When he comes up to you and gets pet for just being next to you, or when all those things, you get what I'm saying? Which is also why, like your dog lunged and growled to play, right? Her dog lunged and growled to say, get away from this table. But it's the same thing at home, soliciting, you know? Now look, Look, real quick. So she wants to get over there and play, right? Like he's doing. Boom, right? Everything happened all at once, but she's like, I need to get over there. I said, shut your ass up and sit here and just relax, you know? And it happened to happen when they also exploded, but all these dogs were feeling that buildup in them. They were all feeling it. He feels it, which is why I'm proud of him. She's over there doing great, but these dogs feel that vibration, that frequency that dogs create when they're interacting with each other. So they might vibe off that, but it's your job to just be leading your dog over here. You get what I'm saying? They're not listening. You can if you want to. You can if you want to, but you should know what you're creating. I just like to play that stance. Like, I'm just going to tell you what comes from that and let you decide if you want to keep doing that. I'm not going to tell you don't pet your dog. That's why you got a dog. Say that for the mic for me, real quick.
Your dog is not a human. Your dog is an animal. You have to always remember that.
Mm-hmm. And come on.
I learned that.
Come on. Come on.
Let me tell you, Sarah. I learned it.
Up to you if you want to do one more or let her chill.
Ooh, which one? Pink or pink? Yeah, let's do it.
I say do Juno again. Yeah. She like, Mom, give me back. Jordan.
You get Juno again.
Christina, when my dog comes over and says, give me love, right? I'm like, no, get away from me. Then she's like, and then I say, Akila, come, if I want to pet her. Or I'll sit down and she'll already be laying down, and I'll say, Akila, come, if I want to pet her, or I'll go pet her laying down. But anytime she comes over and tries to make me, I'm like, no, get out of here. Because I don't want my dog to solicit meeting dogs or solicit guarding or solicit chasing squirrels or solicit not allowing visitors in my house or solicit trying to meet visitors or solicit just all these things that come from me just wanting to pet my dog. That's why I got him, you know? Yeah, she's tired now. But,
Juno, let's go.
who wants their dog to go again? I would just everybody went once, right? You want to go again? Okay. No, I'm gonna put her with the worst dog that's gonna kill her.
This one?
Yeah. Let me take her. I'm gonna use her.
Okay.
Yeah. She can walk. She know how to walk, right?
I'm a Jordan. No,
So.
she's not really a great walker.
I'm gonna take her with a dog just to walk them together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been doing more
Let's go. She's just gonna think about you. Come on. Good, yeah. Good job. Good girl. Good. Wait. Free dog. Good boy, DOG. Thank you. Free dog. His poop has been lately, like really firm, really healthy. She obviously wants to be back with you. Wait, but I'm not gonna let her drag to get to you. Because she's got rewarded for that in the past, right? If I let her drag back to you and her get to you, then she gets rewarded for it again. I say, wait, pop the leash. She waits, go say hi. Now I run with her so she never drags me to get there. You get me? I don't know if anybody noticed this, but she was walking with me, right? She did great leaving you. She was walking with me, and then I didn't hear what she said, but Desi went, oh, she's doing so, and then something.
And then I
And then immediately she was, exactly, it was your excitement. So just, and I'm not saying don't be excited. There's the right time to be excited with the dog. Please take him off that table.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Thank you. You see, I'm on it now. I don't want anybody to go through what you have had to go through with this dog. I'm sorry for it. She's going to look away. Good girl. Free dog. I am so proud. You guys are getting a sticker. For real. She's doing amazing. That dog was a nut when she saw dogs. But yeah, your excitement. There's a time to be excited. It's when you're playing with that tennis ball or when you're doing a feeding drill. At times where you want her to be calm, you got to mirror the calmness. Okay? Cool. Yeah, walk is the best way to do things. Anybody else want their dog to go? Let me take her. We'll do a walk. Come on, let's go. Good. Wait. Free dog. Good job. Good. Free dog. Good. Let's go. Good job. Collar, Jared. No, what you doing? That's gonna be a new drill. I'm gonna start doing that to people. How's your day going? Great. Good. How's he been today?
Pretty good. Sit, Ollie.
Y'all gotta practice. Peggy did better than you. But look, Peggy, when she came to class, she used to be like, my dog can't do it, I can't do it. My dog can't do it, I can't do it.
Sit down.
So to see Peggy doing it, now you got something to aim up to. All right. Come on. Yep, and you just address it when she corrects it. Yep, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna get rude in a minute. Just be ready to say no and pop up and correct. Okay. Now she looked away from the dog. Tell her good girl. Good girl. Now give her direction to go sit. Sit. Yep, and I love how you came in with the leash tension to back it up. Excellent job. Okay, but just be able to just read it, because sometimes what happens is for a dog like her, you'll correct or tighten, and it'll tell her to go out. Yeah. You know, so it's just reading it and addressing when it happens, but giving her space to decide to do it right and then get rewarded for that. Okay? Good girl. All right, may I have her? Tell her, go say hi.
Go say hi.
Come on. Good. I don't know if everybody heard what I just told them, but sit. Sit. Good. What happened the first time when I walked up to Kristen, sorry, I know a Kirsten, I know a Kirsten, and Kristen, is no. Good. There I told her to sit. She got out to sit. I wasn't going to repeat it. I wasn't going to bring food out to get her into a sit. I taught her to sit. So I say no, and I correct her, and I know that she'll fix it herself, right? If she wants to be a little bit more comfortable, lay down. Good, then I can help her out with that, but you're going to do what I told you to do. Yeah, so when I walked up, Kristen did one of these, you know. That with this dog could trigger her to bark out now. You get me? It's called doggy PTSD. I know she used to do that, so let me tighten up, you know. So I reset, and then they did it the correct way. There was still a moment where Lucy was like, boy, if you take another step, I'm gone. But then we let her float in that, and then she went, I'm gone. You know what? It's not even worth it. You know, and then we said, good girl for this, not even worth it. Then we gave her direction into a sit. She sat and relaxed. So sometimes you'll anticipate it, and you'll do something that'll make the dog go out and be wrong. Once you put in the work to teach your dog what to do, then you got to trust them a little bit. Be ready, but you got to trust them a little bit, okay? In a minute, when he's calm, free dog. Let him chill. Good, let's go. She want to get back to you. Good. Again, best way to meet a dog, to let dogs meet each other is like this. Good. Wait. Free dog. So I told them free dog. They technically they could try to kill each other right now. I told them free dog, you know. But look what they decide to do. And then I would build up from, like, if I wanted them to be homies and best friends, then they would go on multiple walks together every day. You know, and then once they show, like on a free dog, once they show a bouncy, I'm like, all right, cool. They're going to be homies, best friends, you know. But that's the best way to do it. For her, if you want her to get cool with dogs, go on walks with them. Wait. There, she was going to try to drag to get back there. I say, wait. And she waits. Go say hi. Boom. So now she got rewarded for waiting. Okay, look. See? See? No. Good. Now, I could wait until he offers me some calmness. I could tell him what to do. I'm probably just going to wait until he offers me some calmness. But you see what he's doing?
I thought he was cold.
No, that your dog, he just gets that overstimulated. But you are that source. You are a source of that for him, where he's just like so overstimulated, you know. So just be mindful. But you already said it to the camera, so just keep that mentality, okay? Now he's gonna try to cheat again, but he's overstimulated, but he's also governing himself. He's kind of like at a line where he's like, I'm trying, but this is hard. It's close, you know. So I'm gonna say, DOG, come. Good. Free dog. Go say hi. So what did he get rewarded for there? For coming to me when I called him. Yep. So just like in every scenario. Good job. Pet that dog. Pet him. Or you don't gotta pet him now because now he's excited. But him laying down outside. Oh yeah. You know. Cool. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? That is gonna be a wrap. So ask me questions. First time, so y'all gotta ask at least 2.
Sorry, I gotta run.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah.
See you later. None? Good.
We're all good.
She did darn good for first class. Yeah. Wonderful. Any questions?
I asked mine during the dog park thing, so I'm good.
Good job. Any questions?
We want to talk to you about college and stuff after we can.
Awesome.
Bronze and college.
Cool.
I just need I can find this on Amazon, right?
If you don't feel comfortable with her sitting here with her dog, then you gotta be ready and willing to go. I don't feel comfortable with you standing here with your dog.
Oh,
Okay? I'm not saying you don't feel
I
comfortable.
don't. I mean, I do feel bad.
Okay. But in scenarios that will come up, and I want you to always know to be an advocate for your dog.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry.
You might have to say, can you get your fucking dog away from mine? After
Like
you
that?
say it.
She don't have a problem saying
That's what I was gonna say. But look, this is my point. This is my point. One day I was out in the yard with a dog, and then another lady was walking her dog, and she let her stick her dog's head in. And I'm like, I wouldn't do that. He might try to bite your dog's head off. And she was like, really? Are you serious? You know, and I'm like, well, how else would you want me to say that so that you save your dog's life, you know? So you might, Destiny, you might tell someone like, hey, she's not friendly or she doesn't want to interact. And they're like, oh, my dog's friendly.
I've actually done that with parents. For some reason, some kids,
Mm-hmm.
she starts growling, and they're like, can I pet him? Like, no. And then there's kids that come, and I have to go like this.
Exactly.
And the parent kind of gets a little upset, but I'm like, well.
But also with children, your voice, like you could say something in a tone and they'd be like, okay.
Yeah, that's why. And I had my phone, and I was just like a little.
Yes.
Ignorant,
But when she sees you protect her from having to go out and do it herself, the next time she's like, okay, I can be more trusting. I don't have to solicit that.
Got it.
So it's necessary, okay? Any other questions? Any questions, Elizabeth? Okay.
You don't? What you just tell me?
When she's
Get close so the mic can hear this too.
What you what?
when she's super drivey, I was asking him what I should do when she's being like
Like squirrels
all
and
over-
stuff?
No, so like I think when we were right here and I had her on the right,
Mhm.
I think she thought we were doing like a detection thing with
Mhm.
her because like we'll hide stuff in the trees. And, we'll go
Yes, you're very routine with what you do too. Like
Yeah.
that's how when I was like, hey, switch her behind you to the other side. You were like, what? She walks on this side. You didn't say that, but you were like,
Well, in sport,
Right.
we only have her on that side when we start.
I know.
That's what they told me. to
yes,
do.
but she's not doing sport right now. Sport is where you need her to be drivey, right?
Yeah.
So when you do it like that in the sport way, she's gonna be drivey, because that's where she does it at, you know. So you want to go, all right, look, walk on this side, so you're not drivey. We're gonna completely switch the paradigm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But we've also done a lot of work with her with runoffs where like they're teasing her up with food on this side and
Mhm.
then like running off and stuff like that. So we're trying to amp up her drive so she pulls on this side and that up.
But she is completely capable of adapting to completely new and different scenarios that you put her in. So if you interact with her like this for this scenario, then she will interact with you like this for this scenario.
Yeah.
You know. But thank you guys for coming. But if you, I don't know what I'm trying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, like if you come in, if you said she's a left side or right side heel, which one? Which side?
Left side.
So like him, right? If he put that that chain collar on Rex, and then try to expect Rex to be calm, is that fair to Rex? You get what I'm saying? You know, chain collar. I'm talking about the first save. You ever seen that? Where you put the first saver on Rex?
Yeah.
So it would like suck for Rex to do that, you know? So you gotta, on purpose, do something to be like, hey, we're in this mode. We're in pet dog mode.
Yeah.
You get me? It could be a certain leash. It could be a certain collar. It could be whatever to just teach her, hey, we're not being drivey right now. You're just following me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, our morning routine, I got ready as if I was going to tracking the
Exactly,
but
exactly.
then it got canceled, so we didn't.
Exactly.
So then I came here, and then she was been all ready all morning and amped up because that's what she thought. We do it every Saturday.
Exactly. Yep.
So she got very drivey.
Yeah, she's like, what are we tracking?
Oh, is there?
Is this a new area that I need to fill? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right, any other questions? Oh, another thing. If you guys want to buy a hoodie or leashes, we have a pop-up shop.
You know what would be great? If
Shirts.
you all had some made for the dogs.
That's in the making. Yeah, last week. I think you said that. Someone said that.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
an
right there.
advocate for my
Yeah.
dogs.
All right. I'm sorry, Christina. What was your question?
So our plan,
Sing.
because he's younger and we didn't really think he was dog aggressive, was to try to train him with nothing. When I say nothing, this is from our other husky, sit means sit, and prong. And we're like, we want to do that and see if it's doable. And if it's not doable, then we might do one of those. We've used this like to stop our dog from chasing a coyote. You know, so it was like a real, and we generally don't have to use the remote when they're trained. Or if you forget your remote, you show them your phone. But then, like, he's like, oh, you know, I put a prong on Juno and we were biking, and we were like,
He has to learn the prong before you go biking with him.
pardon me?
Say that again.
Yeah, so we were like, we need your advice on which is better for him at this point, because you know there's some stuff out there that says when you put like what I call like a harsher correction, it can make a dog like aggressive or. But like our dog was not afraid of this. He knew it was time to go. He was
trained on it.
So like, what do you recommend for Juno?
I would get him off that slip lead and put him on a prong, and I would start there until he. Good job today.
Bye, baby.
Until he.
Tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Until he mastered the leash walk, because he hasn't mastered leash walking yet.
But why would we not continue what we're doing? Because we are making.
You're saying on this slip lead?
Yeah, we're making progress.
I mean, you could do it like that, but just imagine how long progress is going to take.
I don't know.
It's going to take much longer than if you take him and teach him how to walk on a prong.
Can he hurt himself on a prong
If
he
you-
doesn't stop himself?
What you mean by stop himself?
Like, if he pulls and pulls and pulls,
Like that?
well, he's not pulling.
He is pulling. He is pulling. He pulled that whole time. And she felt him pull that whole time, and she didn't address it until he snapped out.
But,
So look, he's pulling there.
he's focused. Or
He's
he is
pulling.
He is pulling.
But look, hold on. Look at Jordan. What direction is Jordan giving that dog at all right now?
None, because she's upset because I'm having this conversation.
So now, because she's upset, he's standing on the end of the leash waiting for a fight to happen, trying to trigger this dog to fight him.
Yeah.
And all she needs to do is say, hey, get right here and sit. And that's what he's going to do. See?
Is that aggression or is that playing?
That is, I mean, if it happens enough, it's going to build into aggression. It's going to turn into aggression.
Okay. So I just thought with the prong that if a dog is so strong-willed they don't stop themselves, they're going to literally choke out.
That's why it's up to the human to learn how to use a leash and then teach the dog, look, this is how the leash works.
Okay.
You know, so like that dog is on an e-collar right there, right?
Yeah.
He is not put on an e-collar and then given freedom like that. He was put on an e-collar and then he learned how the e-collar works. But before he was put on the e-collar, he already learned sit, recall, down, loose leash. He learned
So
all
he
of.
learned this in the beginning, but
He was
like
taught.
the trainer.
Yeah, that dog was taught. He was taught the e-collar, which is why you have it on him. Juno needs to learn the leash still. So that's why
But you would still put the prong on him now, or you would wait?
I would put the prong. I'll put a prong on him. Yeah, I've suggested prong on him because that's going to give her more control. You know, Juno's more willing to hang on that slip lead than he would be to hang on a prong, especially if you're using it correctly. You know, which is why when I did the bike ride with him, I didn't want to do the bike ride with the slip lead because if Juno decides I don't want to run right now, he's choking himself out back there. If he decides that he doesn't want to run on a prong and does that, then I'll pop it forward a little bit. And he's like, oh shit, it's uncomfortable for me to hang back there. Yeah. Let me speed up and keep up with this bike. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the tool matters, especially for a stronger minded dog like him, you know. And again, you can accomplish it on the slip lead, but the direction from the handler has to be calm, clear, consistent, fair, or assertive as much as you can possibly make it.
I won't be here tomorrow. I'm finna dip.
All right.
I'll bring it.
You want a Skinner?
Yeah.
At what time?
No.
Okay.
I can make it work though. It's fine.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
I can bike up there.
I'm good because I got a tripod. So
Okay. Cool. Okay.
And so were you worried about him overheating when you were biking? You weren't.
Nah.
It was like 85 degrees, wasn't it?
Yeah, but no. Look, before he went on a bike ride, I went on a bike ride with a 120-pound Rottweiler right before him.
Okay.
Yes. So no, he needs more conditioning, you know, and he'll get that once he does more bike rides. But nah.
Okay. And did you tell me not to run with him before he's trained?
I told you that you shouldn't run with him if he doesn't know how to be on a leash properly, because then he's just going to be dragging you around.
When he's running, I mean, I'm a really slow runner now. Before I had Jordan, I was not a slow runner, but so yeah, it's okay for him to be out front when we're running, but then like when he starts that, he'll start that jumping and nipping and all that, because if he perceives like we're going home, he's like, oh no. So then I will pop him and sit him and all that. And
That's
we
fine.
had to do that this morning on a walk. So, okay.
Yeah, but and just to speak on that, it manifests in that moment like the jumping and all of that, right? But it's built outside of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's built out when he wants your attention, and then Juno comes over, and then he goes like this.
Yeah.
And then you reach down and you pet him because you just wanted to
Yeah,
pet him.
yeah.
That's why he's chewing on your shit when you outside on the run.
Yeah.
Because he's like, all right, I want to communicate something to her. Let me do it like that.
That's like wonderful because your dog loves you and you love your dog.
And to me, it's annoying, and I could get my love for my dog a complete different way,
Yeah.
and have my dog be calm, and then me calm my dog over and give my dog love like that, you know. And
Jordan,
then
are you listening?
I know all the stuff he's saying too.
One day your kids will think they know everything.
and then it'll turn into like on your run, and I want to keep you, but like on your run, right? I know there's a moment where he sees a squirrel or something, or scent or something where he's like, you know what, I'm stopping that there, right?
Yeah.
So that's where, once I got my dog out of that mindset, and I tell my dog, let's go, and my dog knows that let's go means follow the runner until she says free dog, and then I get my time, and then now it's time to run again, you know? That's where I would say run with him. But on your run, I'm not telling you don't run, like enjoy your runs with him. But outside of your runs, make sure you're teaching him how to act on that leash, you know? So like when Jordan drops him off, I'm picking on you, Jordan. When she drops him off, some days, not all the time, but some days, and not recently, you've been doing better at this. He would get out and he would try to drag to go pee by my gate. But now she addresses it. Not right when he just does it, she pops it. And so he knows to follow her to me for the handoff, you know? So it's just getting him, like he falling asleep. It's just getting him to a point to where he doesn't think like this dog right here. This dog may want to sniff, right? But he doesn't think that by pulling as hard as he can, he's going to be able to sniff. But when he wanted to go see mom, what did he offer? He tried to drag and choke himself out on a prong, right? And if I'm somebody who doesn't know how to teach, then I let him do that. Then now I'm teaching him to drag on a prong. But I say, hey, no, stop. Then he waits, and then he gets rewarded. Now he knows how to act on the prong, you know? So the tool matters if you know how to teach it to him.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. See, I always thought that was like really cruel, but I used to think e-collars were cruel. So we don't know enough about a prong. And Jordan, it's her dog, it's her decision. If you want him on a prong, then you can teach her if you want to get it.
Yeah, completely up there. And like I said, it definitely be accomplished on that slip. I've met plenty of dogs from the shelter who had worn no equipment, or dogs that hated things going around their neck, and used a slip lead to get them to completely walk with me. But the leader, Jordan knows, calm, clear, fair, assertive, and consistent. And then that dog will go, I'm going to follow you. you know. So, but he's doing damn good there, like calm right there, you know. At first, remember, it was hanging, buck if you wild, buck if you wild. That's what he's doing. But now he's like, all right, I'm a calm, chill dog, and then just make sure that he keeps getting rewarded for that mindset, and he stays there, you know.
All right, thank
Cool.
you. It was great meeting you.
Great to meet you as
I'm
well.
headed back to Michigan
Awesome.
tomorrow
Thank you for coming out.
after the race.
I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, see, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I might start.
See? Play.
Like, can you stop?
That makes me so nervous.
What's up?
My boyfriend might be in town, so he might keep Juno. We might send him. I'll just let you know.
Cool.
If not, then we'll pick back up.
Yeah, just text me. All right. Cool.
So make a decision on the prom, and tell her to make a decision on the prom. Follow up with her.
I will.
Apply some pressure.
I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.